Hello and welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Mutiny on the Bunny, and with me today is my fellow Shanghai shipmate, my good friend Blue Genocide. Say hi!
I am so used to doing these redos that I am completely unprepared to do something live again.
I'm pretty sure it's like riding a bicycle, you know, you'll never forget how to do that. But, first of all, yes, it's Mutiny on the Bunny, released on the 11th of February 1950, and it had a Blue Ribbon reissue sometime in the 1960s. It's the 581st of the series, and it's directed by Friz Freleng. You can find this on the Looney Tunes Superstars Bugs Bunny DVD set, and it's also on HBO Max in HD, which is what I'm using now.
2, 3, 4, 5. There it is.
So, in case you haven't seen this cartoon, it's under copyright. Can't show you the full cartoon here. But essentially what happens is Shanghai Sam is in need of a new crew member since his last one has escaped. Bugs is tricked onto the ship with wild promises of seeing the world, so he ends up messing with Sam's plan to run a tip-top ship.
Captain, look! Vandals here!
As for trivia, the title is based off of Mutiny on the Bounty, which were novels that were eventually turned into films based on a historical event. The most famous movie based on the novel is the one starring Charles Lawton that came out in the 1930s. And it's worth watching if you have not seen it. Now, this is the second of 3 Sam shorts where Sam is either a pirate or a sailor, well, basically someone out at sea, and here is known as Shanghai Sam.
Absolutely free. A trip around the world. Don't miss this great opportunity. Absolutely free. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
Now, there is a reference to Gravel Gertie. So, Gravel Gertie is a Dick Tracy character who is a woman who lived in a gravel pit outside of Dick Tracy's city who has big bulging eyes. And later on, that name would be used as the name for a type of bunker used during nuclear weapons assembly processes. So, how about that? We're talking about nuclear assembly processes on this channel. Who knew? And lastly, at the very end, we see all these destinations, including North Hollywood for some reason. We see Cucamonga, and that's in LA. So, wow, what a great cartoon, huh, Blue?
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to add that there's so many great gags here, and even though that Yosemite Sam was obviously originally designed as a cowboy villain, he fits into so many different roles so easily.
Exactly. And so well. Exactly. I mean, even an alien at one point, which is really fun and interesting and weird. But anyway, yeah, you can practically put him in any role and basically work as a loudmouth villain. And, you know, speaking of greatness, I mean, I love the name of the ship, the Sad Sack. That's probably what we should name our Discord channel, you know, the Sad Sack. I think we should do.
I prefer Psychopath Utopia. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that. But
I'll make your special role the Sad Sack.
There we are. That's right. And, you know, but I've got to say, the beginning of the cartoon was really good. I mean, first of all, I don't know if that person that escapes from the ship is that actually a caricature of anyone in particular. It just seems like it's probably someone, maybe an animator or someone with just one of those faces that's ripe for caricature. But how bad must Sam have been on this ship? Because, I mean, he basically looks like how you're going to look like once you start redoing my Bunny commentaries into reviews.
I was a human being once.
So, you know, and you can pretty much use that scene, you know, if you're working in corporate America or corporate Australia, well, corporate anywhere, really, you know, like after a few months, that's pretty much how you'd be feeling. You'd be saying, you know, I was a human being once.
I was a human being once.
But anyway, I digress. And I'm saying this as someone who worked nearly 10 years in an insurance role, so...
Oh.
But don't cry for me. I'm in a better place
Argentina?
now. No, Australia. I do like Sam's offer in this particular cartoon where, okay, he needs to Shanghai someone, and yet he does it like a Navy recruitment. Like the Navy and the Army would typically say, hey, see the world. Of course, meet women, you know, that kind of thing. But they, of course, don't mention you got to actually, you know, kill people and do some shady stuff here and there. But that's okay, you know. But that's how they would actually recruit. But I want to ask you a question, Blue. What is the deal with that mouse on the dock? I don't get it.
Maybe he's in cahoots with Sam. Maybe he was on the ship beforehand, and part of his right to freedom was to trick Bugs to stay on the ship long enough for Sam to, clobber him.
Or there could be a case of that the mouse knows how bad the ship is, that the mouse refuses to be on it. Could be that. I don't know. One or the other. I'll let you guys in the comments decide whose theory is better anyway. So, but you would think that Sam would Shanghai more recruits, though. I mean, it's as though that the budgets were lower in these cartoons and they couldn't animate too many characters. I don't know. At this point, it's 1950, and the budgets are going to slowly decrease over time. So by the 1960s, the animation's a lot more limited, and they're less ambitious, and so on. And you can see that you're not going to have big groups of characters, generally speaking. Maybe that's why they did the mouse gag, because you're just going to animate one little mouse, But in these cartoons, you'll typically have like one character at a time on frame most of the time, and then maybe sometimes two, just for certain establishing shots. But yeah, you'd see this becomes more of the norm. Bugs' psychology. Now, what would you say is something that happens in this cartoon that would never happen in a Chuck Jones cartoon?
Bugs actually loses a battle of wits with Yosemite Sam.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was surprised, because I hadn't seen this one for a long time, so I forgot part of this cartoon, and then I realized, hey, wait a minute, Sam actually won. How about that? And that just goes to show you that each crew had their own ideas of Bugs Bunny, and, Friz obviously had his interpretation here, and where he's like, a passive character, where if you piss him off enough, he'll retaliate, but in a different way than what Chuck Jones would do in his cartoons.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, what's your view on Sam disguising himself as an old lady?
Honestly surprised that Bugs doesn't make a comment of it to the audience.
Help! Help! Save a poor old lady from a horrible fate! Help!
There, take
Help!
it easy,
Save
Granny.
me!
Here
Save
you
a
go.
poor old
Here
lady!
you go.
Help!
Ready?
It's hilarious to me that he hears away with the children first. So Bugs pretty much eggs him on to do it, but the fact that he's that desperate to save his own skin is really funny.
And he wears, a bonnet and a grey wig, and yet he's still got mustache and all. It's just so ridiculous. I love that look up there.
My baby! My baby! Save my baby! Here, catch my baby! Here she comes!
Now, do you think in this cartoon, it seems as though that Sam's IQ seems to lower as the cartoon progresses? Clearly when he has treasure on the brain, he must be really stupid to want to sink his own boat for treasure, not realizing what he's actually doing.
He definitely can get one-track minded. It's definitely a character flaw of Sam. I'm definitely going to talk a little bit more about him getting progressively stupider in the next short that we're doing today, but it's not as noticeable in this one, I would say, but it's definitely a trait that Sam seems to have in any of these cartoons, and that's completely fair to me, considering how many times he's being injured in these cartoons.
Yeah.
I fall off a boat or, get hit in the head or something, I'm not going to be the smartest guy for the rest of the day either,
Yeah, I would say so. One thing I really enjoyed about this cartoon is its clever way of reusing animation and the use of the rule of three. So Friz has been, as we're all told, is notorious for reusing animation, reusing gags, and so on. But in this one, it's actually put to good effect, because you got the boat sinking 3 times from Sam's increasing stupidity, as we already noted. But then, of course, you got the third time it happens.
It's the rule of 3. It's really funny to me. I don't really have a whole lot to add to that. It's really funny, and, just the joke of the knot is just shock humor. It's funny.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Out of the Sam Pirate Trilogy. I think this is a pretty solid contender for the best one. I don't think it is the best one from memory. It's been a bit since I've seen the other two, but I know the second one is on the Bugs Bunny 80th Blu-ray, and I think that one is my favorite. I just can't think of its name right now.
Sure. No, that's fair enough. As for the score, look, I'm giving this one 8.5 out of 10. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think it's incredibly funny. It didn't quite tickle my funny bone as much as some of the others, but I really thought that the gags were funny, and of course the clever use of the rule of three with the ship sinking, and of course, you gotta love Sam as trying to disguise herself as an old lady, and of course the escaped prisoner in the beginning reminded me of my corporate days. But what say you, Blue? What would you score this one?
I'd say a 9. Yeah, one of my favorite just like random moments in a Looney Tunes short is the "I was a human being" moment. Can't speak right now, I guess. There, I messed up too, guys. This is a great recording. Yeah, that reminds me of the fact that in my series, I'm painted as this inmate on your ship, so it works out. I feel it. I was a human being once, and then I had to endlessly remake Sniffles cartoon videos.
Yes. Don't worry, you'll get to some classics, including Going to Heaven on a Mule as well. You can't forget about that one. So, in any case, we'll wrap this one up here. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.
Boo!
Oh, the places I've been and the things I've seen. Come on, step on it. We've still got to make Rio de Janeiro.